Hey everyone, welcome back to my studio. It is Tuesday morning. I actually filmed yesterday and had a problem. For some reason I got the whole video filmed and I went to take it down off the tripod and the camera turned off. So lost the whole video. Didn't know that would happen, but it did. So I'm back in the studio this morning to film for you. And we're going to do take 3 on this little experiment of mine. Hopefully we can get it somewhat close to the one I did yesterday. Let me show you. Turned out really pretty. It's almost dry. See if I can get the whole thing in there. So ring pour in the center. And then I did a open cup around the ring pour and then tilted a little bit. So that was yesterday's video. So we'll see what we get today. I have a couple things I'm going to try for the open cup, but we'll get to that in a minute. My colors for the ring pour, and I'm doing just a small ring pour in the center. So I'm just going to do one round of colors and that's it. I have white in my cup, and I'm going to start with some light blue. Pour it down the side of the cup. That is Artist Loft light blue. This is Artist Loft Mettalic Cobalt. Artist Loft Aqua. These colors are a little different than what I used yesterday. I'm going to go with the copper, actually. I'll get a little bit more of that copper. It didn't show up yesterday for some reason. Okay, and then I'm going to go with some Prussian blue. My Prussian blue varies with brand. I think I actually got the Liquitex this last time. It just depends on who has Prussian blue. And then I add some iridescent medium to it also. That's by Artist Loft. Okay. Gonna go ahead and do the ring pour in the center. And this is just gonna be a straight ring pour. And I'm going to stop as soon as I see that white. Get your finger under there to catch the drip. All right, so that is our ring pour. I'm going to go ahead and spin that a little bit, just to spread that paint out a little bit. Really pretty. Center there. Okay, let's give that a little torch. Get some of the bubbles out. All right, now for our open cup. I'm going to pour, actually I think I want to put some of this black in a cup, because I think it will be easier to pour into that ring in a cup instead of this big old huge container. So this is just my regular black base, thinned down with water. I've got a little bit of some Floetrol in there and a little bit of glue, the glue wall. So I'm just going to go around this with some black. And this is what I'm going to be doing. My open cup is going to go in the black. So let's get that encased. I wanted to try a little bit smaller cup. Whoops, I got something in that. Let's get these corners while I'm here. Corners are always hard to cover, so if you get them covered with something in the beginning, it's good, and you don't have white corners sticking out there. I'm also going to show you last week's painting that I did. I'll show you the dried results of that. So I have two different open cups, and this one is the smallest cup that I have. And it's just a little too big for this small canvas. This is only a 12 by 12. So I'm thinking I want to use this, but I'm not sure. It's like the ring from like wrapping paper at the inside, and they came in little section ones like this. So I thought I might try that because it's a smaller opening. But I don't know if it's going to be too heavy to move around. So we're going to try and see. I want to get that goober out of there that I saw first, though. Yep, big old goober. All right. And I've done, well, this will be my third one now, and I've learned some things. So I definitely liked it better when I got, you know, up in that ring a little bit with my other colors. So my other colors I have for the open cup are, I have some dioxazine purple and prism violet mixed with iridescent medium in there. I have the metallic cobalt. This is the Pebeo green blue iridescent. Really pretty blue shine to it. This is a mixture of reds. I've got some red ochre, I've got copper, just a regular deep red, and what else? Oh, and a little bit of crimson. So just kind of made up my own red. And what else? Oh, and some gold. And I have put 1 drop of silicone in each one of these. Need to have silicone for open cup. And I don't think I stirred that silicone, so make sure I give it a good stir. All right, so let's try this with this little cylinder thing and see what it does. I don't know if it'll let the paint out. I may have to move it. Worst case scenario, we just go back to the other one. Just gonna tip it a little bit. I'm just kind of lifting it and spinning it a little bit. I want to go into that ring pour just a little bit. And yeah, it's working. It's working fine. I'm getting cells up underneath there. So let's do that round again. I'm going to bring you guys down a little bit closer so you can kind of see what the open cup is doing. I like to mix up my techniques. I encourage you guys to try that. Find things that you think would go well together and just kind of use your imagination. You can really get some cool effects by mixing techniques. I encourage you first to learn all the techniques. And that way, you know, you have all of that ammunition in your pocket to do all kinds of crazy things like I'm doing. Get a little bit more of that red in there. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys can see this ring over here. This ring of gold cells. Wow. I hate to disturb that. I'm going to have to move through it, though. Hopefully it doesn't do too much. Broke it up. Darn it. Oh, well. I'm just kind of lifting this now. Lifting and moving. Twirling a little bit. Back over here to the beginning. I'm going to just do a swirl off. All right. That's pretty cool. Lift you back up. I'm going to do some tilting. I don't want to do too much tilting. I did, from last week, the one I did, I realized that it actually dried fine, so I'm trying to do minimal tilting because I just love the cell action that you get with the open cup, but I rarely like them when they're tilted. I'm going to push that paint out so I don't lose some of those cool cells because they will roll over on top of itself actually. So just wet the canvas a little bit. Got some great crazy cells going on here. Hopefully I can save some of that. And like I said, you know, look at your techniques. I put them on actually on a spinner wheel. I did a video on that where I spin the wheel. If you're, you know, having trouble figuring out what to do, that's a cool idea. And then you can just spin it and see what it tells you to do. Interesting theory. I want to show you before I get wet hands. I want to show you last week's painting. I did some embellishing on it. And not sure I'm done or not. But you can see on that big pink flower, there's a little bit of cracking going on, but I actually don't mind it because it let that turquoise teal come up through, and I think it created really pretty effect. So I'm okay with it cracking a little bit. They didn't spread out as much as I thought they would, so I ended up with a lot of negative space. I might try tilting just a little bit next time. But that one came out good. Everything that you see me do is for sale. If you're interested in anything, my email address is always in the drop-down box, along with my description. So you can go in there and just message me and we can figure it out. So let's tilt this a little bit. I'm going to kind of go around in a circle very slowly. I want to pay close attention to what my ring pour is doing and what my open cup cells are doing. I want to end up with a nice design. And I want to get that off at some point. Just have to decide where that's going to be, the ring pour. Don't necessarily have to get it off, I guess, because I'm really liking the cells. That ring pour is really pretty. I'm basically doing these on a smaller scale because I want to do one on a larger scale, and that'll really allow me to open up that center ring pour. To get all those cool things that are going on in there, open those up. I'm kind of digging it where it is. In fact, I don't even see a lot of, I did some noodling on the other one the other day, and this one I don't see that I need to do much. Just trying to decide if I want to leave those corners black. But I really kind of like where the, where it all is right now. Got a good composition going. I guess third time's the charm, right? The first one I learned a lot. I made some mistakes and I learned, made the ring pour too big in the middle for, you know, a little one. I forgot and used my regular black instead of my base black, so it was too thick. So yesterday's turned out pretty good. You know, happy with the results on that. But I like the composition of this one a lot better. And I think I am going to just leave the corners, since they're all 4 black. I'm just going to leave it right there. I like it. Looks good. I'm not going to torch because I don't want any more cells to come up. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one the way it is. So I can definitely see this on a bigger one. And I want to do that. I have I think it's a 20 by 20 or a 16 by 16 over there. I want to try it on that. And when this gold dries, it's going to be gorgeous. That's my 24 karat gold I mixed with the 14 karat gold. So Just touching up a little bit of where I missed. There's probably some on the back side too. All right, guys. So there you go, mixing it up on the techniques. Give it a try, and I will see you guys next week. Stay safe, and please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye-bye.